Anticipation is hanging heavy over Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania, as the home-standing Nittany Lions get set to take on Indiana. The last time the Hoosiers were here, they broke Penn State hearts with a heroic late drive led by Fernando Mendoza. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you for more on this Big Ten clash. Let's say hello to Holly Rose.
Guys, Indiana-Penn State turned out to be the moment for the Hoosiers last year. Getting past Penn State with that crazy catch in the end zone, that is what propelled them and gave them momentum towards a national championship. But Penn State, never an easy team. They are going to be on a rise with their new head coach, Matt Campbell. Let's see who comes out on top. A revamped Indiana team or a new coach, Penn State. A lot of new faces. This should be amazing. Back to you.
The Nittany Lions ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Bond. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So hard to operate under these conditions. Hits inside. It's Richard. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
Looking for running room. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd.
They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
I love it. How about the onions of the coach? First drive, coming out, set the tone. They get stopped on 3rd down. Now you bring on the punt unit. No. I was ready. I had a fake, pulled the trigger, and got it.
In the backfield, it's Marsh. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays.
Oh, he found a space on the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. Tough run here. It's Richard. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Beck. Rush right in his face. Caught. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
The run inside. It's Peoples. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, gonna throw it. Still looking to his right. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, and the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. From the gun, it's Richard. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Right side, it's Marsh. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Gives it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Out wide right, it's shot. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Caught in the backfield. It's Preston. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, they're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
That's caught. It's Marsh. After the fill, he smashes his way through again. All the way. Touchdown, Indiana. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Martin. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Look out! Left side is Peoples. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the wideout. They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Turns up, it's Sowell. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
He's got it. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick give. It's Richard. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Keeps it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses midfield. Bulldozes his way through. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They just flip the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Runs through a tackle. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. We saw it on that play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Out wide left, it's Richard. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Tried everything in his power to get that final yard, but they got him out of bounds and get the 4th down stop.
And, man, when I was in school, man, you didn't really work on 4th down. Like, 3rd down was a big priority. Nowadays, so many people going for it. This is the 2nd time they've gone for it already. First time they were successful, but defense prepared, ready to rock and roll. They make the play, and they get the turnover.
Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. They're all over him. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get 1 more snap off. Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin with the UNLV Rebels taking on the number 22 team, the Vanderbilt Commodores. And it's UNLV able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And with that W, they get back above 500, 3-2 now on the season.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside Conference USA.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Right side, it's Preston. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
First and goal, Indiana.
And the Hoosiers are threatening on 1st and goal. Turns it upfield. Could not make his way to the corner. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously...
There he goes to the left. Inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He got a step and just dusted the field. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the point after is good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Throws to the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
They go to the counter. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game, as we're starting to get late. They're showing that toughness using the ground game to create breathing room. They've got it out to the 15.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this...
Gashing the D on the right. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line after whipping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Here's Peoples one more time.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Second and long here. Straight ahead, it's Peoples. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Out wide right, it's Sauer. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't read. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He's changing the play. He'll throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Needs it here on fourth down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's into the open down the middle. At the 30. Inside the... and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Indiana!
And how about about the defense coming up huge. It looked like this was going to get really, really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer. Force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They look like they're about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. On the return, it's Wallace. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Caught behind the line, it's Peoples. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
2nd down to the air. A strike downfield. Oh, a lot of space. 10. Touchdown, Penn State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Finds the tight end. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
Keeps it moving. It's Beebe. Sees a crease. Just plowing ahead. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Here comes the heat. They'll run the screen. Nice move there. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out.
Number 15, set to advance on the football.
From deep, it's Wallace. He's chased out of bounds at the 11-yard line, and now they're backed up after that poor return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Moving the pocket, it's Beck. He's got the tight end. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Give running right, it's Peoples. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Long way to go on second down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Hauls it in. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Looking deep. He caught it. Touchdown, Indiana. And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
Indiana, 38. Penn State, 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Hansen. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line.